I'm not a big fan of long-term rental.
Can I ask why?
I'm not a fan of long-term rental is because typically you sign a 12-month lease agreement. There is high taxes everywhere in every market pretty much. Insurance is high. By the time you factor in your insurance, your property taxes, your CapEx, your vacancies, you're paying your mortgage, you're paying any miscellaneous stuff like if you pay for lawn or pool maintenance, if you're paying your management company, typically they charge 10% of the gross revenue. By the time you pay all that every single month with that exit strategy, you're typically in the negative. Like the days of making money with a long-term rental are like gone. Wow. They're gone. They're gone. Because remember, insurance goes up, taxes go up every freaking year. They've been going up for me. My insurance goes up year over year. My property taxes get reassessed every single year. That's every single property. And operating cost to operate the asset is just too high. So I can't acquire a property and go long-term rental because what happens is I lose money every single month. For me as a real estate investor, I'm not gonna lose money, right, on the asset. So with a long-term rental, your break-even point is after you pay your PITI, which is principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. You pay for your CapEx every single month. You don't pay for it. You have an oh shit fund. That means you allocate 10% of the gross revenue and you put that to an oh shit fund.
What's an oh shit fund?
Oh shit fund is your AC. Do you think it lasts forever?
No.
Does your roof last forever?
No.
Does your plumbing last forever?
No.
Does your floor last forever? Kitchen cabinets last forever?
No.
Nothing in a home lasts forever. So you have to have a budget that is allocated for future improvements, or let's say an AC all of a sudden needs to be replaced because it's 16 years old and you need to replace the AC. If your property is being rented at $2,000 a month, you should be taking 10%, which is $200, and putting that into a oh shit rainy day fund, what we call capital expenditures in real estate, right? Because you're gonna have expenses.
Agreed.
Every single month, right? Some months you might go, there's no calls from the tenants. You might go a year, no call from the tenants. You might go 2 years, no call from the tenants. But there will be a point in time, again, it's part of the business, where you get a call, hey, the AC's not working. You call a technician, they go over there and say, hey, Javier, we're here at the property. Man, we can really try to repair this thing, but it's 17, 18, 19 years old. I highly recommend you replace the unit. And then you have to get and take $7,500, $6,500, depending on the unit size, of course. But you're talking anywhere between $5,000 to $7,000 to replace an AC unit right now, right? That's a lot of money. So if you're not allocating a budget for these repairs, then you're gonna have to come out of pocket, and you're gonna get hit one day with this big bill that you didn't realize was coming and you weren't properly prepared for it. So, going back to your question, what is a break-even point, right? Where if you paid your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, let's say your rent is $2,000 a month that you're getting from the tenant. Alongside your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, you have are you paying for lawn? Are you paying for pool, right? If you have a pool. I don't know if you are or if you're not. I typically always tell people, if you have a pool guy come there and just charge a little bit higher rent and have your own pool guy come. And the reason why is because a lot of people aren't going to take care of the pool the right way. And then if they don't take care of the pool the right way, it's going to cost you more money in the long run. When you could just hire a pool boy for $150 a month to come every single week to check the chlorine levels, to make sure that the filters are good, to sweep the pool, to make sure that everything, the maintenance-wise, is done according to the specs of what the pool requires. But for the lawn, I always say you need to have that for lawn care. You should put that on the tenant. You can include that in your rent, but I'm just saying, your break-even point would be, hey, you rent for $2,000. Your rent, that your income that you're receiving from the tenant every month is $2,000. Let's say that your mortgage, your principal, your PITI, which is principal, insurance, taxes, and insurance, right? Let's say that's $1,000 a month. Then you have to factor in 10% for your CapEx budget. So now you got $1,200 a month. Then you have to give $200 a month to the property manager because they're about 10%. They're anywhere between 8 to 10% a month of the gross revenue, right? 8 to 10% a month of the gross revenue. And then you have to factor in, so you have your principal, tax, and insurance, you have your CapEx budget, you have your vacancy, you have your property manager. You have all these expenses you have to be paid. So if you add all that up and it comes out to $2,000 a month, which you're going to be damn close, then you would be break even because the property's only getting $2,000 a month in income, and your expenses, your operating expense to operate the property is $2,000 a month. So you're break even. It's a wash. Now, there are a lot of benefits to owning real estate. It's not just about your cash flow. You get tax depreciation for every single family residential property you buy. The IRS allows you to get what's called a 27.5-year depreciation on your taxes every single year. You get loan pay down. You get future leverage. You can use the asset as you can use it as collateral. You get I can keep going on. There's all these different benefits to owning real estate. It's not just one thing, which is a lot of people think just cash flow. So I say if you're doing long-term rental, there's no money in it. If you're okay with high income earner, you just want the tax benefits, the future appreciation, stuff like that, then go for it. But again, you're break even. One repair of an AC or plumbing or a roof can put you out for years, and now you're only banking on appreciation. So I always tell people the traditional long-term way of investing in a real estate, which is long-term rentals, that is like done, over with, like there's no money in it. I always tell investors, if you're going to get in the game, it's a little bit more hands-on as far as the management aspect, but if you put the right systems and processes in place, like I said, I have my 3-day take flight challenge. If you click the description below, you get it 100% for free. But my thing I tell people is, if you're going to be in real estate and you're going to go non-traditional route, and you're going to go like midterm rental, Airbnb, or co-living, which out of all three of those, my favorite one right now is co-living, because the times we're in, the circumstances we're in, it's just not affordable to live anymore. Things are so expensive. So I'm able to give back to my local communities by providing room rentals. And the reason I always tell investors, if you're getting in the game, this is one of the best. This is one of the best strategies, because I want you to think about it from an aspect of you're spreading your risk really, really wide. Meaning, you're not just renting one property to Susie Q and they're paying you rent every month. You're renting a property to 5, 6, 7, sometimes 9 individuals under one roof. And if one person stops paying you, you still have 6, 7, 8, 9 people paying you every single month, depending on how many bedrooms you have. So your risk is spread a lot wider, right?
Okay.
You're not just renting to one individual, one home. So if they don't pay you rent one month, like you, if you don't pay your rent, your landlord rent one month, he's out of business. He's not out of business until you start paying him again, and or he kicks you out and gets a new tenant.
Yeah.
And for more information, make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't, at The Real Javier Paredes. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Take care.